judge?
This is my 6th year as a judge.
And what do you like about the prize?
Well, I think it's the best part of the prize, to be honest, is the fact that, you know, it highlights a lot of albums that a lot of Canadians won't have otherwise heard. The albums on the short list are probably some of the bigger names, but I think it's the long list that kind of is the most interesting aspect of it. The 40 albums, and amongst those, you can find some gems there that you would have never had a chance to hear, I think.
What were some of the albums that you picked this year, either for the long or the short list?
Well, the one album I'd like to highlight, and actually I never got around to nominating it on the message board, thus it wasn't eligible to be on the long list, was Party Next Door's Party Next Door 2, which was his 2nd album. And it's kind of a collection of very modern R&B. He is very much in the Toronto sound of, you know, along the lines of kind of Drake's production style, but also, you know, with influences such as Ty Dolla $ign in the U.S. And he actually, Party Next Door is featured on 2 of the songs on Drake's If You're Reading This, It's Too Late. But his collection of R&B was excellent. And see, I feel like, again, if I had nominated it, I don't know if it would have made a difference. And of course, I can't say one way or another if it would have, but it was kind of a missed opportunity, I think, to bring some awareness to it. But it was an album that, you know, I reviewed it and I really liked it at first, and then over the year, it just kind of grew in esteem for me. The number 1 album on my ballot was Drake's If You're Reading This, It's Too Late, and it's actually the album that I was asked to advocate on the grand jury. So that means I will be kind of arguing in favor of why I think it should win the Polaris Prize this year. And some of the other albums I voted for, you know, included some of the albums that made the short list, such as the Always album, which I think is fantastic, and the Caribou album, which I think is another good one.
I know, I voted for that one too.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I voted for, actually, almost all of mine were on the short list. I voted for originally Drake, Caribou, Always, Braids, and Lowell, but Lowell wasn't eligible.
Right.
So I replaced her with Buffy St. Marie. And yeah, same with Drake and Caribou for me too. It's like, I've been a strong Drake advocator in the past, and I hate to be like sound like a broken record, but the album was so great, and there's so many, it's just like, it was a mixtape, but it had just as many catchphrases as a regular Drake album, just as many hit singles. It's like the words have become vernacular for most people.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then Always obviously was really like super fresh kind of sounding, and yeah, those were 2 of my favorites. I really like the Braids album. I was actually pleasantly surprised that was on the short list. I thought it was really smartly written and really catchy, and I found myself listening to that one a lot.